Have you ever noticed how some people only show up when they need something from you? Hey, they disappear for days, sometimes weeks, without saying a word. No messages, no effort, nothing at all. But the moment they need help, suddenly they remember you exist. They text you like nothing happened. They act friendly, like everything is normal. And deep down, you already know. This isn't about you. It's about what you can give them. At first, you don't want to think like that. You tell yourself you're just overthinking. Maybe they're busy. Maybe they have their own problems. So you respond. You help. You try to be understanding. Because you don't want to be the kind of person who assumes the worst in people. But the more it happens, the harder it is to ignore. The pattern becomes clearer. And once you see it, you can't unsee it anymore. So take a moment and think about your own life. Think about the people you talk to regularly, who actually checks on you without needing anything, who reaches out just to talk, not to ask, and who only appears when they want something from you. Because once you start paying attention to this, everything changes. The way you see people becomes different. The way you respond becomes different. Let's break it down. The first sign is simple, but most people ignore it. They disappear. Completely. You don't hear from them for a long time. No messages, no calls, nothing. It's like they don't exist in your life anymore. But the moment they need something, they come back. And they don't come back slowly. They come back with a purpose, straight to the point. They need your help, your time, your attention. And what makes it worse is how normal they act. Like the silence never happened. Like they didn't just disappear for weeks. They talk to you as if nothing is wrong. And if you're not paying attention, you accept it. You go along with it. But think about it. People who value you don't just disappear and come back only when it benefits them. That's not a real connection. That's convenience. Now pay attention to your conversations with them. What do they actually talk about? Do they ever ask how you're doing without needing something? Do they check in on you just because they care? Or is every conversation slowly leading to a request? A favor, help, advice, something they want from you. And when you need something from them, the situation suddenly changes. They become busy. They take longer to reply. They make excuses. Or sometimes they don't respond at all. And if you look closely, it's always one-sided. You give, they take. You show up, they disappear. And over time, it stops feeling like a real relationship. It feels like you're being used. Like your value to them depends on what you can offer, not who you are. Have you ever noticed how their attitude changes depending on the situation? When they need something, they suddenly become very nice, friendly, warm, interested. They ask about your life. They listen. They laugh. They make you feel like you matter. But as soon as they get what they want, everything changes. The energy disappears. The effort disappears. The conversations become dry or completely stop. And you're left wondering what happened. But the truth is, nothing changed. That's just how they are. The kindness you saw wasn't genuine. It was temporary. It was there for a reason. And once that reason is gone, so is the effort. There's something people often ignore, but it's one of the most important signs. Pay attention to how you feel after interacting with someone. When someone genuinely cares about you, you feel good after talking to them. You feel understood. You feel respected. There's a balance. But when someone only talks to you when they need something, the feeling is different. You feel tired, drained, like your energy has been taken from you. Even if the conversation seemed normal, something feels off, and you can't always explain why. That feeling matters. because your mind notices patterns before you fully understand them. And if you keep ignoring that feeling, you'll keep putting yourself in situations that slowly exhaust you. And this is where everything becomes clear. When you need them, they're not there. Not really. They might reply late. They might say they're busy. They might promise to help and then disappear. But they don't show up the way you show up for them. And that difference is important. Because when they need you, you make time. You respond. You help. You show effort. But when you need them, you're not a priority. And that imbalance reveals the truth. It shows you exactly how much you matter to them. Because respect isn't about what people say. It's about what they do when it actually matters. So ask yourself this. Be honest. How many people in your life only show up when they need something from you? And more importantly, how many times have you allowed it to happen? Now here's the part most people don't want to hear. This isn't just about them. It's also about you. Because people treat you based on what you allow. If you always say yes, they will keep asking. If you never set boundaries, they will keep crossing them. Not because they are bad people, but because you showed them they can. Without realizing it, you teach people how to treat you. Every time you ignore the pattern, every time you accept it, every time you give without receiving anything back, you reinforce it. You make it normal. And over time, it becomes your role. The person who is always there, always available, always giving. But the moment you change that pattern, everything changes. The moment you stop responding the same way, people react. They get confused, maybe even upset, because you're no longer behaving the way they expect. And that reaction tells you something important. It shows you who actually values you and who only valued what you could give. Because the people who truly care about you will respect your boundaries. They will understand. But the ones who are only there for their own benefit, they will disappear. And as uncomfortable as that is, it's necessary. Because not everyone in your life deserves the same level of access to you. Not everyone deserves your time, your energy, your attention, and the sooner you realize that, the sooner things start to change. You don't lose people when you stop being available all the time. You lose the people who were only there when it was convenient for them. And maybe that's not a loss at all. Maybe that's clarity.